Hey, what's up? This is Ray with Get Real Ray, a place and space for life and business tips from this creative soul to hopefully inspire you on your journey, or at the very least, provide you with some laughs. And so let's get real. Let's get real about expectations. Okay, so I just really want to dive right into this. I planned like 3 other topics to record about, and I got an email in my inbox, and it created all these feelings. I'm like, you know what? I need to talk about this first. So this episode might go a little boop boop, but don't worry. I always bring it home, you guys. I always bring it home. I'm just like, I'm on the train and I'm like, oh, wait, we're on the train, but we have to stop here and pick up some animal crackers as we journey on our ride. And oh, wait, we have to stop here and pick up some little baskets to hold the animal crackers, because I guess we're gonna bring animal crackers to other people too. So I like to bring other things in that I feel are necessary and important in order to help us understand what it is we's be talking about. Okay. So expectations. I probably did another video on this, but I like to feel that this one's gonna be different. This one is gonna be different. I will not waste your time. Okay, this email that I got, this amazing aerialist artist, I learned about her through someone else's online intensive. And I was very impressed with the format of this online intensive. I need to do this for my skill set, for my business, Choreography by Ray. I need to create an online intensive. I think it was a 3-day series where there were a bunch of pre-recorded workshops. And at the end of each workshop, there was a call to action in terms of signing up for someone's email list. There were a number of different talents involved. I learned a lot. I really enjoyed it. However, I didn't really have the money to pay for somebody's program. A lot of the participants did offer a free, after you did the free workshop lesson, they offered a low ticket item. And this is what they tell you to do, right? Offer a big event, limited time only. The great thing about this event was that the organizer of the event brought in over 30 other talents. So now she has the power of their email list, their social media, their networks. Those people are now bringing their audiences to this event. Everyone's able to then share audiences, and you are putting your email information out there, your contact information out there, so that people who liked your presentation can then choose to follow you, learn more about your work, and hopefully, ideally, invest in your work. Now, notice I said hopefully. The problem with creating a free big ticket event, I don't remember paying anything for this. So even if it was a very low price 3-day event, the real problem with that is you're going to get a lot of people that no matter how much they love you, they're just not going to buy. It's a fact. This is why I stopped following the advice of, I think it was like some fake dance council. Dance Studio Owners Association. I just said it. I'm going to triple check it because, somebody will come back and try to sue me. But I am going to triple check. So we're going to pause. Ladies and gentlemen, I did triple check. And yes, Dance Studio Owners Association. I stopped following this advice of, hey, you need to offer bring your friend to class day, free t-shirt, free day for little ones, free day for siblings, free. And then if you sign up now, you can sign up for this discounted rate. Now you're hooked into the system because everything was so great. While it is a nice idea, think of Costco. Now, a lot of you listeners, you're like, oh yeah, I love me some Costco. When you go to Costco, Costco's a little scary because it's so big and there's all these options. I'm like, what's going on here? But there are people giving away samples all over the place. It feels like almost every aisle, there's someone who's like, would you like to try this tempting deliciousness? I'm like, I would, but I have too many allergies. So when it comes to Costco, yes, there are tons of free, delicious things, but the number of people who actually then go and buy that item is very small. I actually used to do product demonstrations, I guess, for a major marketing company in New York City. And I was like, oh, I'm working for this big company. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Maybe it'll lead to like some modeling, acting work. Of course not. Of course not. It just led to more jobs where I was, try this yogurt, or hey, this makeup is going to be perfect for your skin tone. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, some people will take the coupon. They'll take they always take the freebie, and they'll take the coupon. And they'll be like, let me go take another look at that product. However, I personally get really disappointed when I go to look at that product and I'm like, oh, I can't really afford that. That's not in my budget right now. And given the way Americans currently feel about the American economy, the number of people who are holding back on purchasing things like on-demand aerial courses and training programs is going to be a good number of people. It's going to be a good portion of the audience that actually does the activity. It just is. So a good portion of those people shopping at Costco who are eating all those samples, you have to remember that Costco is going to have some different types of members. And some of those members have a lot of money, but they like buying in bulk. And so they're going to Costco to get it done. However, a lot of the people who are Costco members who like buying in bulk and they're just going to Costco to get it done, a lot of those people will order online. So why are they going to Costco if they have a lot of money and they can really just afford to have it delivered? Maybe it's something fun for the kids. They need to get out of the house. But the number of people who have disposable income, who like to buy in bulk, who will take the time to drive to a Costco and hang out there for a lengthy period of time, even though the majority of the things they need, they know they can get online, it's a very small number. So they're going in person because maybe there's something there that they want to look for that they can't figure out online. Very small number. Then you have the people who are at Costco because they don't want to pay the online delivery fee, or they can't pay the online delivery fee, right? Oh my gosh, this adds another $10 to my order, plus I have to tip the tax. I don't know. The kids need something to do. Let's just go to Costco, right? And then you've got the category where online delivery is not an option. It's not in the budget. Can't do it. The only option is to go to Costco. Otherwise, we might as well cancel our membership and go shop somewhere else. We have to buy in bulk and get that savings because that is the only way we're going to be able to feed everyone in our family. So, with that being said, the people inside Costco who have the disposable income to go ahead and purchase that product that's being demonstrated, mind you, the product being demonstrated is being demonstrated either because it's new or it's not really moving, so they want to draw attention to it. The number of people who can afford to add that unexpected item to their cart because they like the taste is going to be much smaller than the number of people who are actually trying the product. And businesses know this. I don't know how much they actually pay attention to this in terms of, well, we sold a few extra bags of chicken wings, so, you know, it's fine. Let's just roll with it. But it's not the most effective strategy. What is the most effective strategy? Well, that's a good question now, isn't it? Okay, so let's go back to this Ariel fabulous lady, okay? So she participated in a 3-day event. She had her email list for people to sign up on, okay? And this is all, you know, what we're told as entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small business owners. You have to get out there, let people know you're there in the biggest way possible. You have to capture their information so you can stay in touch. She did these things. Have a way for them to look for your work. So she's got a website. I think she's got stuff on YouTube. I'm over here like, I think. Consistently keep in touch through an email newsletter. She's done that. And then make them an offer they can't refuse. The problem is she created an amazing program and she didn't get the results she expected. Those expectations we mentioned, right? And so as wonderful as this program is, crickets. So after a while, an email goes out. Hey, everybody. Sometimes it just feels like I'm sending these emails and there's no one out there. So if you're reading this, reply to me. Just, I'd love to know why you haven't purchased the program or just how you doing. And I replied, in all honesty, I ain't got the money right now, but keep sending your emails. We're here, we're listening. All right. And she replied, thank you so much. Okay, so about a few weeks later, maybe a month later, I'm not really tracking the time on this, guys. I get from the email newsletter, dun, 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 a limited time offer. It's a sale. It's a really good deal. 50% off of 5 core products, right? Now, these are all on-demand things, and I think one of them is personal one-to-one coaching. The price tiers are exactly what we as solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, small business owners are told to do. So I'm not going to tell you who she is. Though I wanted to tell you who she is because I'm like, go support her business if you're an aerialist. But I don't want for it to feel like I'm talking about her. But we'll figure it out by the end of this video. Okay, so I want to share this because I thought it was excellent. Okay, this is great. So a program that's normally $97, $47. That is low price tier. And that I'm like, oh, I think I can scrape together $47. I can do that. Then we have her top tier program, normally over $2,000, $1,500. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's such a good deal. Here's the problem. And there's other like levels and things. The problem is the $47 course is for something very specific. What is it for? It's for shoulder strength. And for $47, I want to support her, but shoulder strength is not something that I feel I need to pay $47 for. Because I'm already in the niche of people who are training for specific skill set. So I know certain things that I can do on my own that don't require me spending the small money I have, my disposable income, on that particular product. The thing I would love to benefit from is 3 times the price. I haven't told you what that is. And then the thing I would really, really love to benefit from is the top tier program, which is definitely way out of my budget. So as amazing as this offer is, I can't do it. And on one hand, I say that's just me, right? But on the other hand, knowing your audience is important because the expectations is people aren't buying because they feel that it's outside of their financial ability right now. So in order for me to get the clients that I want and to remind them how amazing I am, to hook them in, is to just slash my prices. And unfortunately, that's not going to work as well as she would like in this case, all right? It's a limited time offer. So here's the thing. With the audience that her target market is people who are interested in aerial, in the aerial arts, in performing, in being amazing artists. The number of people who actually pursue aerial fall into a few small groups. Unlike Costco, it's a much smaller pool. So you're going to have the hobbyist who just wants something fun to do. When I went to aerial classes, there would be like the retiree or stay-at-home mom who just wanted to feel empowered. And this helped her feel empowered, right? But they're not gonna go out and perform or try to be, in the circus. They like being retired or they have to take care of their kids. This is just something fun for them. Then you have those who are training because they wanna increase their skill level for something else that they already do artistically. You have those who are training because they want to get the health benefit from it, and it's just more fun than going to the gym. But again, they're not looking to go pros or anything amazing. So for the people who are training to just put it on their acting resume, right? I can do that, put on their acting resume. They're not gonna be in it to be pros. They're gonna, unless they become addicted, right? Like, I got addicted. But the number of people who actually become addicted is kind of small. So they're just getting enough so that if they go on an audition and it's like, we're doing Pippin and we're gonna need somebody to learn, we will teach you the choreography, but you need to learn these skills. You have some experience, perfect, you're in the cast. With that being said, the number of people who are interested in aerial arts and they are training this and they want to join the circus, work in the nightclubs, stay in the air and keep doing this. Same thing with pole dance or, parkour for adults. Pretty much any movement class for adults. As I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe, is that true? I don't have to think about that. But when we get to these really niche areas, the number of people who are looking at becoming excellent in that very niche field is small. And the number of people who have large disposable income in order to get the private lessons, pay for the workshop, get the coaches, invest in equipment, it's small. It's very, very small. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating because I'm sure her product or service is excellent. It looks excellent. Now, mind you, when it comes to the landing page for the product or service, the color scheme made me feel like it was marketed towards teen gamer boys, and that's not her audience. So my tip to her would be like, reconsider the design of your landing page. I don't think it serves you. Who's your audience that has that disposable income? My guess is, in terms of your pro section, it's going to be other aerial professionals who might be repeatedly getting injured, or they just want to be better at being teachers or better performers. And you really want to look at, well, what can they really afford? What can they afford? Does it make sense to offer this as a lump sum payment, or the people who can actually afford this, they aren't savers. They're not going to have this kind of money up front. It's going to take them 2 months or 3 months to get this kind of money together. So maybe they want it, but they're just going to have to keep saving for the next couple of months, and they're gonna wait until I have my next offer. And that's a trap that you don't want to get into, is having to keep making offers in order to get people to purchase that product or service. Now, I'm gonna turn this to me, baby. So I had a hip hop, a kids hip hop, was it kids? I think it was I don't know if it was preteen. I think it was a preteen hip hop course, or maybe it was preteen and teens. It was a hip hop course. It was on demand. I created it, and I did not realize, I created it back in 2023. I was using a webcam, and I was really proud of the course at the time. Well, here we are in 2026. I think it was 2025. I got a really bad review, and I'm like, what? All the other kids loved it. Time flies, people, because it's only been almost 3 years since that course had been published. But the feedback was, the video looks grainy and old. This looks really old. It was a young person who commented. It looks old, and these dance moves aren't cool. And blah, 2 stars. I'm like, punch you in the face. So here's the thing. It really weighed on me. And I'm like, oh, and I rechecked the course. I'm like, this looks good. I don't understand. And ultimately, I decided to re-record the movement videos. I also decided to take out the music. The music is old. Get better music. Well, yeah, the music is from 2-3 years ago, fool. Yes, the music is old, sucker. But I'm not going to be paying for licenses to have today's hottest hits. And I'm not going to re-record this content every year. So even though this person, and I called her out on it, I'm like, well, if you read the description, and this is kind of how the industry works. So I know what I created. However, I also knew that given that time has passed since the equipment that I had, technology has changed. People are expecting higher quality video. So while it worked then, it ain't working now. Now I know, right? I wish I would have known in private as opposed to this public schmucky, I almost said a bad word, schmucky review. Yes. And so truth of it is, she doesn't owe me anything. She cannot read the description and complain if she wants to. That's her right. She is a consumer. She's not obligated to purchase the product. I am obligated to provide a product or service that matches the description. Did I fulfill my obligation? Yes, I did. However, could the product or service be better to match the expectations of my audience as time has passed? Yes, it absolutely could. So this is one of the lessons we learned, you guys, which is, if you are not seeing the sales that you want or getting the reaction that you want from someone in your life, from your job, from a potential lover, right? From your kids, you're like, clean your room, and they're just like, no, pizza everywhere. Like, what is happening right now? What is happening? You need to parent your kids better. But with all of that being said, take a moment to figure out, is there something else that you can do to improve your product, your service, your request in order to get a better response? Clearly, that student was not the student for me. So as much as I was all up in my feelings, she wasn't the student for me. And that's okay. Not everyone is perfect for Amazon. Not everyone is perfect for your product, business, service, or your love. Not every employer is going to recognize your greatness and appreciate all the amazing things that you do. You are just someone who has the skills to fill the job for them at the moment. And if they can get it cheaper, they might. Or if AI will do it, they might. Just take AI. Let's not get into some crazy rants about robots and AI and capitalism, all those things. My point is, oftentimes, especially when you're running your own business, it can feel very lonely and isolating. And we start to drive ourselves crazy. Am I doing this right? Does anybody want this? I thought I was doing what people wanted, but maybe no one wants this. Maybe I should quit. Don't go to the extremes. The number of people who actually should quit is very, very, very small. Like the ventriloquist, that was really, really bad. And that elderly woman who claims she was doing yoga, extreme contortion, but really she was just knocking her joints out of place and ruining her body. Oh, how I wish I could share video of these things with you right now, but I cannot. However, to their credit, I know at least one of them went on like America's Got Talent. So there you go. I'm over here saying she should quit because it's horrible. But, you know, everyone likes a freak show every now and then. But let's assume that your life, your business, it's just not a freak show. You don't want to be a freak show. So what can you do? Take a look at what it is you're offering. If you don't feel you have the objective lens, because oftentimes we have to distance ourselves, right? So if you don't feel you have the objective lens, then ask 3 or 4 close friends or family members, or go on Fiverr and pay somebody for a user experience and just say, hey, try this and give me some feedback. I want to know what's working, what's not working for you, right? I would say you can find me on Fiverr, but I don't even think my profile's showing anymore. But you know what? You don't even have to look for me on Fiverr. You could just send me a message and be like, Ray, what do I do? And I'll be like, I'll help you out. I'll be like, yo, this page is horrible. I don't know where to click. You can't have my money. I don't know where to click. Or your website's too slow. For me, that was a huge problem. I didn't even feel like I should be putting money into my marketing at the moment because my website was constantly being sluggish because of the web hosts that I was using. And I fix one thing and then something else would happen. Fix one thing, something else would happen. Finally, I transferred to a different web host service and was able to make 3 tiny changes. Website is lightning fast. 0 issues. I want to stand on top of the tables and be like, come buy my wares. The shopping cart is available. Boop, boop. Sign up here because it's good. It's good stuff just waiting for you. So, yes. Take a look what improvements can be made. Sometimes it's not the product or service, it's the way it's being delivered. It's the message that you have attached to it. Maybe you were following ChatGPT's advice on what text to put in your marketing, but that text is actually too robotic, too formal, and it's not resonating with people. Or maybe it's too slang filled and it's not resonating with who your target audience is. So there is a commercial for, or advertisement for a new TV show that has Brooke Shields in it. And I love Brooke Shields, but I hate this ad because I listen to a lot of podcasts. So I get this through my podcast feed all the time. And in this ad, there's a drop in the music. So the music cuts and then you have a character say, it's not Brooke Shields, it's someone else. A character say, it's so cute when boomers flirt. And then the music kicks back up. And I'm supposed to be like, ha, that's so cool. Can't wait to watch this. Well, if you're targeting my age, I don't refer to people older than me as boomers. That's not in my, I want to say lexicon. It's just not in my wheelhouse. I don't do that. That is what a younger audience says. Who's listening to the podcast that I'm listening to? Probably not a lot of young people. Sorry. Who is this show designed for? Well, if it's a show that is going to be on a streaming service, is that streaming service a service in which the majority of the people who are able to pay for the service and use the service, are they millennials or Gen Z? Who are these people? Clearly not targeted at me. But it's my generation, me, that would be like, yeah, Brooke Shields. So, yes, the writers are trying to straddle as wide of a demographic as possible by making it relevant by using slang, but for the marketing purpose, big turnoff. Big turnoff. And so one thing that the marketers really needed to keep in mind, aside from trying to show we're here for the old and the new, or the older and the younger audiences, is they really need to keep in mind, well, what's really going to resonate with our ideal audience? And maybe they feel like they did a test and the age demographic they want, everybody was laughing at it. And maybe I'm just not their target. And that's fair too. But if we just look at age, I was like, oof, I don't know if that show's gonna work. It's gotta be really good, I mean, of course, if you've got a good product or service, then people will stay. But in terms of wanting to capture that younger audience who's gonna talk the lingo that they're writing, I do wonder if it, like, how old the writers are who wrote it. Did ChatGPT write it? Okay, so told you guys to train. I want to look at my notes to see if there's anything else I wanted to say. Okay, we said take a look at your product or service and see what you can change. Maybe it's not the product or service itself. Maybe it's something the way that you're delivering it. And the other thing I would say is, and this is actually going back to my aerial solopreneur example, which is be patient. Because there's a good chance that you were doing all the right things. But instead of expecting a sale or increased sales as a result, the expectations needs to change. And unfortunately, the expectation might just be that you won't get the response you were hoping for right now. But that doesn't mean what you have to offer isn't necessary and isn't worth pursuing. So we're gonna wrap this up soon, you guys, but I just wanna put this little extra bit out there. Recently, someone on Cambly, the English language learning platform, where I like to earn a little extra cash, I was speaking with a gentleman based in Japan, and he turned me on to a speaker whose name is Prem Rawat. I had not heard of this gentleman before. Apparently, he is formerly known as Maharaji. And then he distanced himself from, in his work, his teaching from Hinduism itself. And now he has this program where he's just trying to help people find a level of peace in life that is less suffering and not worried about the afterlife or appeasing, following all these rules to appease various religious duties. Just, it's pretty cool stuff. So we were reading this text back and forth. I was like, wow, this is like probably the most mind-blowing Cambly session I've had. I'm just here to make sure you're pronouncing things correctly in English, and you're over here like just reshaping, rewiring neurons and stuff. I mean, synapses are firing, and this is crazy. And with that being said, afterwards I was like, you taught me. And I did some more listening to that same episode and looking into the speaker. I'm not going to go into all of that right now in this video, but I will put a link in case anyone else is interested in, you know, being chill and just figuring out some stuff that might not require you to go to a temple or church or meditate for a million hours. And with that being said, the speaker, Prem, he has this example of a bird in a cage. And the cage without the bird is useless. It's meaningless. It doesn't serve its purpose. It's a bird cage, but there's no bird in it, so who cares? Like, whatever. But if there's a bird in the cage, it serves a purpose. It's keeping the bird in the cage. Well, I started to think of myself. And he talks about how you can focus on the cage, but, you know, if you're not acknowledging the bird, then kind of useless, right? So we can paint that cage all kinds of colors, put rhinestones on it, paint it black perhaps, you know, make it double layer. But if there's no bird, just useless cage. So I was thinking to myself and being like a bird in this cage. And that's how I feel sometimes as a solopreneur. Is I'm in the cage, I'm singing, I got stuff, please buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. this other aerialist, I've got stuff, please buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. No one's listening. In the sense that sometimes people get so much noise, not just from the bird, but from just the room filled with birds, that we stop tuning in and we start to tune out. And so instead of me singing, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, I have to remember to preen my feathers, to look in the mirror at myself and be like, I'm a bird. To eat my seed, to keep doing the work, being a healthy bird, to keep making excellent products or services. Actually, last night, I just launched my Acro Latin on-demand course. I recorded it over a month ago. The editing has taken a lot of time and energy. I'm so proud of this course. I made sure that I set it up so that way I would not have to re-record it within the next 3 years at least. Hopefully a lot longer, but as camera technology changes, that might change. I gotta keep stretching, you guys. I don't know if I can still do those moves in 5 years. But I am crazy proud of it. And I also had to tell myself, be the bird. Don't worry about the cage. Don't worry about anybody in the room coming to like say what a sweet little bird you are. Just be the bird. You've already put out your beautiful song. Your presence is there. And now, don't worry about it. Keep creating, keep focusing on your business. Keep focusing on yourself. Keep focusing on having deep connections with your family or your coworkers. Whether or not you get the response that you're expecting, high sales, the promotion, your kids to actually stop treating you like garbage, that might not come right away, but it will come, right? Especially if you stop buying them kids everything that they want every 2 seconds. Stop doing that. Stop doing that, man. Just stop. Just stop. But yeah, I went ahead and started working on the marketing. But my marketing is designed to speak to my audience. This is who this course is for. This is what you're going to get. This is exactly who I am. Everyone else, I ain't got time for you. So that's my advice, you guys, is to, well, you got it, right? Check if it could be better, right? Put your emotions aside, check if it could be better. Maybe if it can't be better, how is it being delivered? Maybe that's impacting things. And then accepting that you need to be patient. And you might not get the amazing results that you expected right away. But if it's an excellent product or service and it's delivered that's speaking in a way that's speaking to your audience, you will not fail. That is my belief. So I hope you found this helpful. And until next time, peace.